That's how it goes, man.
Well, the thing is, all you need to know, especially in this generation, it's, I'm gonna say this, it's messed up. Period. You know, like, I mean, I'm really worried that you notice that Leilani and...
Because you just not around with, I know, Leon. You
No,
don't wanna
no,
be, I know, you don't want to
no, it's not that. Like They're using TikTok. Hey, that's what I'm worried about. Especially how sweet Leilani
a lot of people doing shit with TikTok.
You know, I mean, they're young. And I don't want them to actually fall into these stupid trends like... Oh, man, there's a lot of TikTokers, whatever, that Charlie fucking bitch of a damn-ass girl she is. I don't know why the fuck she's popular, and not to mention those stupid Paul brothers I've been hearing about. I don't like them. You know, the generation's called Generation Z, which is the kids are right now. It's fucked. Because it's all about instant gratification. Getting a lot of likes on Instagram.
So the millennials.
No, I mean, I get it.
So is my generation.
Generation Z is much worse, Tanya. Okay, literally, the attention span is getting worse. That's why we got those stupid YouTube shorts. They're basically running, you know? People don't even watch my videos because, oh, you know what, these videos are too long. I just want to watch something else, you know?
That's how they, hey, you know, that's how people...
Growing up, okay, it was much different. When I was in high school, YouTube wasn't like that. People are like Fred, John Marbles, you know, to name a couple. Those are classic YouTubers. Now you got, oh, man. YouTubers are fucking suck today. Okay, yeah. Sorry for the rant. I was just talking to my brother about how awful this generation is. I'm not in good shape. Let me actually change very quick. Sorry about that. Oh boy, not to mention we just had the AC back on because apparently we did have it on low, but I'm guessing they turned it off somehow, so that's kind of downside when it comes to living in this neighborhood, but I still like it here. It's not perfect, but since everything it is paid for free, then whatever, right? But besides that, the reason why I made that little rant between my brother and I, plus, well, I wasn't dressed, Christina had to change when I was just filming the first 2 minutes, is because my niece's birthday, I was just cooking noodles in the background, by the way, and sorry for being off topic because of my ADHD. I'll have to talk about that video that I posted last night for the ones that are... Okay, I'm getting off topic. The thing is that my oldest niece's graduation is supposed to be tomorrow. However, though, my brother won't be able to take me because he'll be too tired. And I probably won't be able to go either, unfortunately, because it is gonna start around like 8:30, and that is way too early. You know, because of me having clinical depression, you might be thinking, oh, you're just using an excuse to not basically go to your niece's graduation. I don't want to hear it, because mental health is really, really difficult to talk about. And, of course, I had to cut out the part that my brother doesn't really understand that, you know, I go through a lot of mental health issues. I'm sure he knows that by now, because of all the people that have harassed me on YouTube in the past, and I just want to drink some apple juice. I apologize. That's delicious. You know, it's great value. It's really hard to actually interact with other people, and that may just be an excuse to not go to my niece's graduation, because the thing is, when you actually have bad flashbacks, because it's definitely gonna trigger my PTSD if I go. I did had a good, it was mediocre. My graduation, because she is going to that same stadium. When I graduated back in 2013, I still got my yearbook. I look like a darn, I don't know, I can't explain this. And plus my face looks like a mask. I apologize. I look as though I could be the Candyman for the movies, Son, give or take, because of my smile, right? I look awful. I looked much older back then. I was definitely out of shape, even though my depression wasn't that bad back then. These were about like almost a decade ago, because it's 9 years ago. Excuse me. The stadium that's being held is, I forgot what the heck it's called, because I said it on the card. I'll be sure that in the end, because I want to share that, even though my brother told me that I shouldn't have to just post online, but she is my niece, and I'm really proud of Leandra to actually graduate, because this is the a big part of, this is like one of the most like memorable parts of her life that she will be going through. The thing is that this is held where we actually have the Phoenix State Fair, which is near downtown, I believe. Basically, you know, the center of Phoenix, right? It's like right in front of downtown. And the reason why I don't want to go, that's one of the reasons, is because I been neglected. You know, when I graduated, there would be like a lot of students that were in their groups, and there was like a group of girls that I remembered growing up in my junior and senior year. They don't want to take a picture of me, but they wanted me to take a picture of them. But I was not included. Like, okay, we don't want you in picture with us, but can you take us a picture? They're basically our snobby ass bastards, right? And I felt really left out because I was walking around the stadium by myself in my graduation gown and, you know, just being like happy. You know, I was really frightened because my heart was racing like Sonic the Hedgehog that is gonna basically, you know, fail the cityscape level from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, right? It was that bad. Literally, like, my anxiety is really that extreme. Do you need to be in here, Tom? What?
No, I mean, like, it won't hurt you.
Well, the thing is, too, that stadium brought back a lot of bad memories. I just can't go. Plus, this is way too early. It's basically, my brother and I, we went to that same high school. It was really bad when my brother went in there. It was like really, really bad. When I went there, it wasn't as bad, but basically, kids that would basically ditch campus.
You talk to your kids, did you?
No. Oh yeah, that's another problem we haven't. Like I said it in the beginning. No, Tom, I didn't touch the AC. What, is it off again? Let me get it. Hold on. The thing is, in our apartment, we actually have issues that they would automatically turn off the AC. And my brother, he needed it on high because in his room it gets blistering hot, like Death Valley. So, here. Yeah, I haven't touched it, Tonio.
Alright.
Literally. Maybe they just turn it off again. I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
Well, I'm sure we're not the only ones in the whole neighborhood that...
Alright, you can put it back.
Alright, I'm sure we're not the only ones in the whole neighborhood that actually has it off. Yeah, that's the downside of living in this apartment complex. They would do that because I'm guessing since we have the appliances and utilities being fixed for free, that's probably something we actually had to pay for. I'm sure for anyone that's probably from Europe, like in Spain and England, you definitely know what I'm talking about, right? You only have your fan on and you don't have any AC. It's basically like that for us, right? Except here in the US, we usually have air conditioner, aka AC. Back where I basically began. Sorry about that. I like to be really raw in my videos. I don't like to being all glitterous or whatever, like a lot of trucking channels do. Forget it. I don't like that. It's weird. I just basically feel awful that I can't go to my niece's graduation because I haven't been to my nephew's graduation last year. I'm really proud of him that he basically made it this far. I'm proud for all my nephews and nieces. Like, I want to let them know that Dion, you're an amazing uncle, even though you haven't spent much time with them and they may get in trouble, but that's part of being a teenager, going to adulthood, of course, right? I've been there. Not like doing criminal stuff, but falling to basically the drug crowd. I was forced to actually do bud by a guy that a boy I had a crush on named JT that wanted to try bud once, and I got high, thankfully. I was kind of scared of him because he was tall, he was kind of hot. Okay, I need to stop. He was white and Italian, I believe. You know, it's this difficult considering that I have not been, I can't believe I'm having the fridge open. I don't care. Honestly, I always wanted to do something like this. I feel awful for not being, you know, for not just basically being in a moment that both my oldest nephew and niece, are graduating from high school. You know, they basically would do something really, really wonderful in their life. Going to college or maybe getting a great job that they wanted. My oldest niece, Leandra, she even told me that I might need to show her another video because I got the little card, right? I'll have to show it tomorrow because my brother's in his room unless he gets in the shower. She wanted to be a flight attendant, I think. You know, basically like when you would like pass out towels or having people seated and whatnot, that's the job that she wanted. And I'm quite surprised because my mother and we used to travel a lot back when I was little, right? And I remember the pilots when I was like 5 to like 10 years old. I was, really small and I had like a little stuffed bear. I got a lot of great attention from the adults because I was, young and little, and I still am little. They would give me like a little badge, because I am making the trip, okay, the plane trip safely. That's a big thing for a kid around that age, right? And it's just incredible that, well, they're grown now. And my youngest niece, I'm gonna have to post it, like having in my videos. She's 12, I think, or 13, so she's practically a preteen, which means they're all at least teens to young adults now, which is hard to believe it, so it's a shock to me because my niece, she's 18, and then my oldest, Leandra, then my oldest, Junior, he's 19, he's going to be, heaven forbid, a Buddha, 20, around October. I forgot his birthday. I feel guilty. I think it's on the 7th of October. Okay, I mean, you're 6 of them that I remember by their birthdays. As long as I know their names and I know what they look like, that's what matters for being an uncle. It's already bad enough I'm going through a lot of stress in my life. It just sucks because when you go through a lot of trauma in your life, there are some things that you cannot really face alone. And I hate when people keep giving me this excuse that, oh, Dion, you need to do this, you need to do that. If not, then you're just basically just harming yourself and you're not improving your life. It's like, for example, if there is a boy that I liked, that I had a crush on, and he told me that I should forgive him just because he raped me, right? I am not going to forgive nor forget what he did. Absolutely not. And I just can't move on from that. I know that's a bad explanation, right? It is. Okay, I'll use a better one. It's like a boy that I somewhat had a crush on growing up, Raul, from my special ed class around 5th grade or something. I would give him my N64 because he wanted to play it, and he would make some stupid excuse that he doesn't have my games when I gave it to him, and he would just steal it, so to speak. I'll never forgive or forget what he did. I miss my old N64. If I could do Let's Plays of that right now, I would. But, or at least on phone. But you know what? I'm guessing he probably just sell it to someone else. Such a bastard. Even when I tried to text him on Facebook and want to ask if he can hang out, he would say sure, but next thing you know, he never would arrive or hang out somewhere. He was such a, I think that's the term, flake. He would basically make appointments and counseling them. Or but yet doesn't bother going, so to speak. That's what a flake is, kinda, right? A fake flake, still flake, so to speak. So, for the ones that have been visiting my channel, I apologize that all these videos are just over the place and negative. The point of this video is that I feel awful as an uncle that I won't be able to go to my niece's graduation because that graduation I had back in 2013, the end of May, because it's surprising that she's graduating a little earlier than me. I didn't graduate until the 26th or 27th of May. It just wasn't a good experience because I really had no one else, except for my mother and my brother, of course, and my neighbor's, oldest son that I was somewhat close with, I guess. Not that close, really. That basically came along to support me for the graduation. But I just felt really lost because these people I know from high school growing up, right? Just for 2 years. That's long enough. They kind of neglected me, so to speak. As though I never existed. It just sucks. Imagine, you go to your graduation, right? You're just hoping that your friends will be on your side as you graduate, and you're alone. so to speak. And that's how I felt. I was just walking around the stadium, like a wandering bunny, trying to figure out, like, if, you know, if I can, like, bump into someone else I can just chat with before we get our diploma. I felt so empty because I don't have that experience that, okay, we're basically grown adults, so we can be on our own in a way, and no one was on my side. So it really hurts. It does. And this is why I don't like to make friendships with people, and it's kind of like that old man from Screen Game saying that you should trust no one. Or, just better yet, only like a very few people. If that makes me have a miserable life, so be it, because at least I won't get killed, or at least I won't get used for sex, so to speak, or heaven forbid, who knows what else, right? Just because of my autism, I get taken advantage of too easily. And if you don't believe me, so to speak, I apologize. This is not the fridge open for once. Literally, I'm small enough to fit in that little corner. I got like 5 minutes left, and yeah, it's dark. I apologize. I'll make sure to show that portrait, or the portrait that my niece took as her graduation, like, invitation that basically our mother sent both my brother and I. I had my graduation gown in here. Damn it, I want to leave it up there as a decoration. Hold on. Okay, you know what? If we get, like, at least, I'm gonna be so selfish and self-centered. Oh my goodness, I look horrible. If we, it's on page 22. I found my picture. It's like in the top, near the top left. If we get, well, I'll probably not gonna check anyway. If we get like 100 views, remind me to actually come back again. If any of you that have enjoyed my videos want to see my yearbook photo, I look horrible. I look much older. I look back then than I do now. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna keep it covered, by the way. However, though, I just wanted to share 2 people that I remembered on this yearbook. Because the thing is, ours is a little bit weird, right? The seniors is in color. I'm not sure just like this for any of you high schoolers that may be viewing this. The thing is that from the freshmen, which is basically 14, 15-year-olds, sophomore, 15 to 16, and then junior, 16 to 17, and then you got senior, 17, 18. Okay, freshman, sophomore, and junior is in black and white. Seniors are in color. This girl that you see here, Destiny, she was the one that, I think if I recall, Garcia, she actually had a crush on me, I think. And I felt the same way back because I don't like girls, unfortunately. And the whole school had to make some stupid rumor that, oh, you two are going out together. No, we're not. It's embarrassing, right? I don't know, they were like making fun of me at the time. You know, nothing physically or anything. I mean, that's how high school is. And this girl, she's been really, really supportive. Okay, I still remember seeing all these phases. I wonder where they are now, like 9 years later. Oh, actually, there's 2 people. This girl, I remember that I basically FaceTime with, and I went to her house once when I was really going to do a suicidal state at the time. She basically has been through the same thing. I wasn't that close to her though, but we talked about a lot about our problems, right? Oh, he wore fake glasses? I'm surprised there's a lot to do so. She's the one I was talking about. Osinady Martinez, aka Osi. She is so sweet. She was the one that basically made me the Yin Yang bracelet. It sucks I don't have it to this day. She actually likes Pokemon like I do, and we were the only 2 at the Gay Straight Alliance that basically want to support people that are part of the gay community. It wasn't that great being gay at the time back then, right? I'm on 2012-ish, right? I mean, being gay was kind of acceptable, but at the same time it wasn't. And she's been by my side, you know? And she was really sweet, so she's really sweet. Everyone else in that school, not so much, right? So I had to share this because the funny thing is, I don't want to share it because I have my old address in there. I don't want to share that because someone could probably dox where that family lives. It would be nice to live in my old townhouse again. Only had around, Salvador. He was a sweetheart as well. And Miss Fogg, yeah, my teacher, well, my assistant teacher, only had, basically Fazia. Oh, I remembered her. 1, 2, 3, not including the teacher, only had 4 signatures. Okay? I'm sure for anyone that is in high school, you probably get like 20 or more. Right? You know, it shouldn't matter because that's high school. Like, that is history, right? It doesn't exist anymore. Even though the campus is still there. And this is what the cover of our high school yearbook looked like. I know it's weird. Top secret. It doesn't say the year 2013 on it. I know it's weird. You know, that's what we decided, which doesn't seem that interesting, but I thought I could actually share this because I didn't have a good high school year growing up. I mean, well, senior year, I didn't. And I just want to let you know that high school is not everything. It's not. It shouldn't be. You know, like, I'm glad I left because all those people that were stuck up, except for like OC and Salvador, for example. Oh, me and Salvador, we always talk about cell phones. I was in that cell phone phase in the early 20-teens. I miss that era. I do. And that's when I started really being on YouTube and knowing how to film, kinda. That time is left behind, and it just should be. I apologize I cannot talk properly, but I just wanted to share this, and I deeply apologize a lot. That's how lonely I am. Thank you so much for listening, and Leandra, you made it. Honestly, to your graduation. It's awesome. You know, you deserve it. Your diploma, of course. And why am I at the helm looking at the freezer? I don't know. I think I'm drinking some more apple juice again.